Hello everyone, it's Temi Coates here and welcome to another video. Today is more like a lifestyle video because recently I moved to Canada and I was wondering if it was possible to build a Florida app. I wanted to build a podcast app on the plane because the flight was about 28 hours. So to not get bored, I was wondering if I could build an app on the plane. Considering that there is no internet on the plane. So I explored a couple of options to see if I was prepared enough to build a mobile app that wouldn't need an internet connection on the plane. So in this video, you're going to see my journey from Nigeria to Canada and my thought process in preparing for that journey in terms of app development. So let's get started. Yeah, just got parcels back from DHL. Create a podcast app on the plane over 25 hours or so, and I've got a Figma file that I got from Figma community. So let's do a bit of analysis and see what best we can do to have all the assets. And let's look at the structure bit. So you have the splash screen or the landing screen, and then you have a register screen, a sign-in screen, and then you got to pick what you like, and then after that you get to the home page. And when you get to the home page, and then you have a little player here. Okay, so looking at this, I know that if we are going to get a list of podcasts, it's got to be local, and then we have to play the podcast. And because you are on the plane, there is no way for you to use internet connection unless you pay for Wi-Fi, which I'm not gonna do. Okay, so how best can I make this happen? If I get to this screen and I want to code it, how best can I do that? That means I've got to make all these assets local. And yeah, so before we get there, let's look at this a bit. So we have got these icons here. So the first thing I would do is to sort of extract all these icons into like an app icon. So the one site that I can think of that I can use is like this icon set generator. And you can see you can import your SVGs and it's going to turn them into like a font which you can use. Although not every SVG is accepted, if you know. But you see, this is the icon. All you've got to do is you can see it right here, the export. And you can select this drop down here, which is SVG, and you can export. So it's either you want to decide to use SVG in your app, or you want to decide to use a font. So let's see if we can move the user icon into the set. So you see, and boom. Now, if you want to generate the font, you can click on generate. And once you download, you have a zip folder for you. And once you open the zip folder, you're going to have all these things. You're going to have an icons.dart. You're going to have, you basically need this anyways. And then you need the fonts itself. You've got to copy this open icon into your project. So that's the way I would do that. And then you just need to do that for all the icons that you have in the project. Make sure you do that. Okay, and then you have all these images. All these images, of course, you've got to export that and put them local on the app itself. Okay, so we've talked about the Figma. So if we are going to set up a project, how best can we set it up? Bearing in mind that you don't have internet connection. So what I'm thinking is, what are the list of packages that I'm going to need in the project that I can already import into the project? Let's look over to the project and see what the packages I would use. So let's see what project configurations we need to do. To create this project, I used Very Good CLI from Very Good Ventures to create the project. But out of the box, it comes with a Flutter block, which I'm going to remove in this project because I just love Riverpod better. So I have done that here, and you can see I use provider scope from Riverpod, and then I wrapped it around the builder, and I have a logger that I have written here that extends provider observer, so that I can always observe all the providers that I am using. Okay, and after that I have Flutter Riverpod, of course, and if you see, we've got for state management instead of Flutter block. I'm going to remove this eventually, but I wanted my project to run anyway, so, and I didn't want to remove the boilerplate counter that comes with it, so I just left it there, but eventually I'm going to remove it. Okay, so let's talk about theming. Okay, so when it comes to theming, my go-to will be Flex Color theme. Let's see, Flex Color scheme from RightBank. So you want to grab that and put it there so that we install that as well. So let's go back to our Figma. What do we need? What do we need? So we've got theming out of the box. We've got the icon set, and then let's say you export your all these images. I put it there. Okay, so now let's come back here, and there's a little slider here. So I'm thinking there's a slider that comes with Flutter out of the box instead of looking for a custom one. Okay, so here there's a slider class which you can use. Awesome. So we don't have to install anything. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know, I think I'm going to leave this page for documentation because I'm probably going to need that on the plane. Okay, so I don't need Very Good CLI. I need documentation for Flex Color Scheme because when I want to start configuring. So here is the docs and the how do you download the docs offline? I don't know. But I guess we'll see. We'll see how it is. Okay, so we need something that will play our audio. So let's have audio. Let's say I have assets here, the audio. So let's create a new folder and put it as audio. And then we drag some couple of MP3s in there. So let's say I drag an MP3 in here. So this is MP3. Okay, good. So what package can we use to play audio? I have one out of my head, and we can use just audio. Just audio is just to play. So we're just going to copy that and put it here, and we will have access to just audio. So if you are going to play anything, you can just set the URL, but remember this URL is remote. So I'm guessing there is a way you can play local. Let's do a run through. Guessing local file. Okay, so when playing to figure out. Well, I guess we can. We can maybe go ahead with it. So there are a couple of tutorials. It's good to familiarize ourselves. All of them are using remote sources, but we can play around and just let me go to the main. Let me go to the main here. Let me just do just audio, and we can just do audio player. So we just do player equals to audio player. Here, I just want to see all the methods that I have. I can do player dot set. Okay, so we set asset here, and set assets. We need an asset path to set the audio source to an asset preloaded by default. Okay, so we can set an asset path, and we have it. So we have, let's rename this to u.mp3. So we have assets audio u.mp3, and I think we will be able to do it. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do it. So yeah, so we have the player out of the way. So we have the local, we just set every bit of it to the local and just play it. And I'm sure all this are out of the box on just audio. So we just need to familiarize ourselves with the method from just audio. You remember that we won't have internet, so they just have this already here. And you remember to do some configuration on just audio. And for iOS, we just need to put all this in the info.plist, and we gotta put this as well. All right, so I think we've got all we have. It's good to go. So hopefully we'll be able to finish this app on the plane.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. me up somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive as I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way.
Unfortunately, I couldn't finish up with the challenge. I realized I didn't have enough leg room in the plane to put my laptop to work. So the only time I could actually work were in the lobby area waiting for our next flight. And in those times, I was a lot tired from dragging the luggages all over the place. Fortunately, in my next series of videos, I'm going to be building the podcast app from scratch, and I'm going to complete it. So you can follow that series. So if you have never built an app like that before, this is the video for you. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. You can check my previous videos. I do programming videos a lot, and this is a new style of video I'm exploring. So let me know in the comments if you like my style, this style of video. Hope to improve as we go. So till I see you next time, make sure to subscribe. See you. Bye.